I was always afraid of snakes, which is why I avoided my trip to India. Couple of months ago I decided to go finally after many years of deliberation. At first I had trouble getting used to some things like people. There is so many people everywhere on every corner and they were very kind. I decided to stay until I could understand the place. I rented a room on a top floor as I figured this is how I can prevent snakes from getting to me, and during the day I explored. I stared at this guy that was meditating. I just wanted to convince myself that somebody can stay still for hours no end. After that man woke up from his meditation and laughed at me. I started laughing as well. I would usually come to see him in the morning, I would watch him for a while and then I would wander off, but today I decided to try and meditate with him at least a bit, and he took a liking to me after that. I started being guest at his home all the time, and one day we were drinking beer when he told me that people in India were speaking English way before English came. In fact, he said that there is at least few villages speaking one of today's European languages. These villages have only been touched by civilization with medication and electricity in some places. So he took me to this region by train. His cousin was waiting for us ready for a trip by foot up the hills and forests into places my Google Maps could not find. Finally we reached the village where people only spoke English, but not just because there were English occupiers, but because this was their language for ages. They wrote it in much different manner, though in letters I could not decipher, and it sounded really rough, but I could hear English. Few days passed and we went to villages where they were speaking Polish, German and Italian as well. Obviously local people that had no education or even much communication with the world could not have picked this up from somewhere. After the trip, world became closer to me than ever before.